Independent Client Customer Turnbow. This is a home built somewhere around the mid-90s, early 2000s, so there is no RRP lead remediation or lead testing for lead-based paints. So we'll be not testing for any paints today. Take a look around the room here, just as a reference. We have the living room doorway, have the garage doorway hallway. Here behind me, we've got the large windows, and we've done an actual drawing for the entire room here and some specific sizes of cabinets, but this layout is going to be represented in a couple of different manners. Right now, you see we've got a cooktop here in the middle of the room. We have a build-out bar area with an overhang to it. And we've got the oven over here separate, and then this is a corridor kitchen, literally front room to the garage is right across the back of the room here. So there's some things here that could be changed that would make the flow of this room a lot better. It would also make the room a little more updated as far as modern. Now, the first thing you notice is all these soffit traces up here on the ceiling. They're going to be removing all of those soffit traces, just a flat ceiling. In fact, even though this is a 108-inch ceiling height, 104.5 to the bottom of the pieces of 104.5 inches to the bottom of the crown molding that's in the room. We're going to stay with that 96-inch top alignment with a single 42-inch upper cabinet line out, 54 inches to the bottom of the cabinets. Pretty typical for a 9-foot ceiling room. So all of this molding that you have overhead here, all of this that's wrapped around this, all of this that's wrapped around here, save every foot of it, okay? Save every foot of it when you go to tear this out. And the reason is because that profile is about 20 to 25 years old, and if it's not available anymore, you've got a plenty right here to be able to use to piece together and finish this out without having to buy all new moldings for this room. In fact, that molding actually matches the molding in the rest of the house. So definitely when you go to tear this out, be gentle with all of this molding around all of these top pieces. You may end up having to come back and reuse that if you can't find the profile that matches. Now, this also lays out dishwasher to the right, sink, center line about 80 inches from the left-hand side. It is a counter depth refrigerator. It was 36 by 27 by 70 inches tall. The cooktop area here now is actually tile on top of the original countertop, and then it is electric with a downdraft unit in the center of it. We are talking about moving that to this wall over here. This is 72 inches of cabinets left to right. Center line at 30, be a 21-inch cabinet here, 21-inch cabinet on the right-hand side, and then they're going to rework this to be able to have the gas over here, the electric, everything for that spacing. Now, one of the things we did talk about too on this wall was actually getting rid of the peninsula turnout, coming down through here, make this a galley kitchen and make that actually an oven cabinet here at the end. If we did a slide-in stove here with a single oven underneath it, we would go back over here, we'd do a microwave with a single oven on the right-hand side. This would be a deep item here. That would be a deep item over there, so the symmetry still kind of looks the same. When you walk in the room, you have the deeper cabinet, mom's attic above the refrigerator space, and then you have the length of the wall to where the actual countertop space is going to be about the same as what you had before. Now, one thing we did talk about was from this corner to the edge of this countertop overhangs 120 inches, and that is good for her as far as the length of these cabinets. She does not want to go past that into this room any further. She still wants to leave room for a table space that's here. But one thing we did talk about was the center line of this light up above here. It was 48 inches from the back wall and 73 inches from the left-hand wall. So we want to maybe put a 40.5-inch tall island here that is about 3 foot by 5 foot as far as spacing, and then that 3 by 5 would be at bar height with tall doors all the way around and a baseboard build out underneath the bottom of it. That could have electrical in it as well with a pop-up or some type of a electrical use. Card table, crafting table, multi-use bar area instead of the table and chairs. That appeals to a lot of people to have a secondary island. Now, this island here, we talked about being a 2 foot wide, maybe 21 inches wide, and making it about 84 inches long, sliding it over about 4 feet from the back wall back there to make sure that this has enough room for that regress in the back of the room there. This makes this a usable island with like a pull-out trash can, a pop-up tilt mixer, a couple of usable doors, 12-inch depth storage on this side, 12-inch depth storage on that side. several different ways that this island could be utilized versus the way that it is now, which is just barely enough room to walk around it. So totally different layout, totally different setup and mindset as far as the layout of the room. We will get a preliminary drawing started, and then we'll come back out and verify with the customer what their likes and dislikes are, a couple of times that, and then we'll be finished up with the design layout and go to order cabinets. Have any questions about this? Feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Have a great day.